athletes to the line. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our athletes. Minutes preparation and sighting time. Start.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this final. My name is Rory. I'll be your announcer for the 10-metre air rifle women juniors final. Thanks very much for your support this afternoon here in Cardiff. Nice to be back in competition. May very well be your competition back after the pandemic. Certainly not mine. My first competition out of the pandemic was the Tokyo Olympic Games. So nothing like being nice and rusty. Hi, Rory. You haven't done a tournament for 18 months. Come and do the Olympics. I'll go to Tokyo and hardly see a thing. We're all in restricted conditions. You have to wear your mask all day. The only time you can take it off is when you're eating in a hotel room. 35 degrees outside and with a mask on. Tokyo, did I see? Well, I say no. That was only on the last day, because I don't fact for you, at most Olympic events, third day, in case something goes wrong. So the reserve day that was booked for shooting, which eventually we didn't meet last night, 6th day in Tokyo. But you try doing the whole of Tokyo City one day. You could probably get up Everest quicker than you get around Tokyo, to be honest. It was a wonderful experience nonetheless. Great to be there representing shooting as well at the Games. Real honour. And of course we had the first medal ceremony of the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games as well, meter air rifle women. So who knows, it's been one of the ladies there representing their country. So feel free to get behind the finalists at any point during the final. We're nice and relaxed here. Much noise. We can follow. The Germans certainly were giving it the big one earlier on this afternoon. They made plenty of noise. I know the Welsh like singing as well, so if you want to Wales, burst into song. Delilah's always classic. Although I've still never heard that at a shooting. I won't explain the rules because I'm sure you'll know the rules. Okay, thank you very much for coming. It's great to have your support here.
"30 seconds. Stop. Unload. You may remain in position. Like it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, the organising committee of the WTCSF 10-metre Championships welcomes you to the final of the Junior Women's 10-metre Rifle event. Shoot Welsh qualification here at Sport Wales National Centre, Cardiff. Let's introduce our finalists to you for this 10-metre air rifle women junior final. First of all, on firing point A from Wales. Looking forward to some good food apparently after this final is what she tells us. It's Megan Ramsey. Firing point B from England, who scored a PB in qualification yesterday. That's 608.7. Isabel Moore. And on firing point C from Wales, as in this final, the thing holding her rifle together, super glue. It'll be a whole load of no holding it together. It's Seren Thorne. And on firing point D from England, from the Havant Rifle Pistol Club, she'd like to introduce Fred, the lucky dinosaur, which is on Ella's suit. I don't know if we can see that from here, but it's Ella Fletcher. And on firing point E from England, qualifying today in her first competition after coming out of lockdown, it's Maria Luke. And on firing point F from England, because afterwards looking forward to an iced coffee with Mickey. Mouse? That's you. Oh, as in, right, okay. I won't call you Mick. I'll call you a fish. Taylor when it comes to you. But yeah, that's Mickey, by the way. Olivia Hill. And on firing point G from Scotland, silver in the Women's Scottish Championships at 2020, Isabel Stark. And on firing point H from England, hey Mickey, you're so fine, you blow all of our minds. Looking forward to the nice coffee with Liv, who is then looking forward to one with Mickey. It's Michaela Green. Ladies and gentlemen, the jury member in charge of this final is Mr. Paul Gum from Wales. And the chief arranger for this final is Mr. Alexander Almes from Germany. Ladies and gentlemen, keep your applause coming. It's nice to hear it. Whoop, cheer, holler, bang the chairs. Do whatever you like, really. We're not relaxed here. Get behind the athletes for this final. Sit back, relax, and enjoy.
Take your positions. For the first competition series, load. Start. Stop.
After the first series of 5 shots, this final just starting to give us some shape at the moment, and perhaps the degree of things to come, we'll have to see. Isabel Stark leading the competition with a difference of 1.5 from Olivia Hill. Funnily enough, it's some of the highest scoring coming from those two, 10.5 and a 10.6 from Stark. Also Ella Fletcher with a 10.7. And also with Hill on a 10.5 as well. So very high standard of scoring so far. We'll go to the next 5-shot series.
For the next competition series, load. Start. Stop.
That completes another 5-shot series, which means we've now shot 10 in this final so far. Isabel Stark leads the competition, a difference of 1.2 from Ella Fletcher, who scored a 10.6 in that series, along with Hill with a 10.6 and Luke with a 10.62. But we did have a 10.7 for Isabel Moore as well on firing point B, keeping the standard of shooting up in this final. We now move to single shots, so here's shot 11.
For the next competition shot, load. Start. Stop.
That was our first single shot in this final. That was shot 11. It's Isabel Stark that still leads. The difference has increased by 0.3 from 1.2 to 1.5. At the bottom, though, at position 8 at the moment, Maria Luke in danger of elimination after our next stop, which will be shot 12, but still, so far, a very close final.
For the next competition shot, load. Start. Stop.
We have our first elimination in this final, finishing in 8th place, Michaela Green. And there's no change at the top right from the very beginning. Isabel Stark still leads this competition now with a difference of 1.5, so no change there since shot number 11. Ella Fletcher in second, Olivia Hill in third. Now move to shot 13.
For the next competition shot, load. Start.
After 13 shots, in danger of elimination. If she stays there in 7th position is Maria Luke, 2.4 behind Seren Thorne in 6th. Megan Bamsey with a 10.6 in that last single shot is in 5th position. Isabel Moore in 4th. And the top 3, no real change. Isabel Stark still leads. Difference now almost halved. It's only 0.7 now between Isabel Stark and Ella Fletcher in 2nd. This is shot 14.
For the next competition shot, load. Start. Stop.
We have our next elimination in this final, leaving us in 7th position from England on firing point E, Maria Luke. Still no change at the top then. It's like watching Game of Thrones, really, isn't it? Still the Starks at the top. The difference is 0.8 as we move to shot 15.
For the next competition shot, load. Start. Stop.
Look at that, folks. Every single shot a 10.0 or above. Some fantastic standard of shooting here. This is absolutely brilliant. Olivia Hill with a 10.6 and Isabel Stark to maintain her lead with a 10.6. 0.6, still at the top on 152 with a difference of 0.9. The next shot, that's shot 16, will decide 6th position, which currently is Thorn.
For the next competition shot, load. Start. Stop.
In the competition in 6th place, Seren Thorn. There was quite a difference to make up there as this final sort of starts to separate itself out. Even still though, some of those differences in some of positions still very, very tight. So look at the battle between 4th and 3rd, for example, a difference of 0.4. And again, at the top, between the top two, Isabel Stark still leading now on 162. The difference, 0.6. Here is shot 17.
For the next competition shot, load. Start. Stop.
17 shots down to this final, and it's still Isabel Stark who leads with a difference of 0.9. Ella Fletcher still hanging on there in 2nd position. Olivia Hill in 3rd. Belmore 4th. In danger of elimination at the moment is Megan Bamsey. If it stays as it is, she's only 0.4 adrift of 4th place. Next shot will decide 5th.
For the next competition shot, load. Start. Stop.
And that 0.5 difference, not enough to make up, leaving the competition ever so slightly. In 5th position, Megan Bamsey. Well, shooting could be a cruel sport. Look at that, to leave the competition with only a 0.1 difference from 4th place. That's Isabel Moore. In 3rd, Olivia Hill. In 2nd, Ella Fletcher. And yes, you guessed it, still at the top, Isabel Stark. Now the difference of 1.5. Next shot is shot 19.
For the next competition shot, load. Start. Stop.
Well, look at this after 19 shots. Perhaps some nerves came, but look at that. Olivia Hill with a 10.7 showing her intent on this final. In 3rd position, now only 0.3 behind Ella Fletcher in 2nd. Danger pressure of elimination and finishing fourth at the moment as it stands is Isabel Moore. Let's see what happens. Is shot 20.
For the next competition shot, load. Start. Stop.
And leaving the competition just outside the medals, finishing in fourth place, Isabel Moore. Cruel place to finish in any final, missing out on a medal. But look at this, some of the scores. 9.6 is a 9.9, but look at Ella Fletcher's intent. No, take this, I'll score 10.7, thank you very much, to keep her place in second position. So the top three is still as it was. Isabel Stark leads by a difference of 1.3, and that difference between Fletcher and Hill, 1.1. And the next couple of shots will decide bronze.
For the next competition shot, load. Start. Stop.
To your support of the finalists competition after 21 shots. 1.0 behind Olivia Hill, currently in the bronze medal position. Ella Fletcher still in second, and they'll start in front by 2.3 as we move to the shot that will decide the bronze medal.
For the next competition shot, load. Start. Stop.
And we have a first medal of this final decided. The bronze medalist, Olivia Hill. The final shot of 9.8. We had a 9.9 from the competition leader, that's Isabel Stark. Look at that, Fletcher still fighting, still going. 10.1 her last shot to hang on in there in second position. She's 2.1 adrift from Stark, who has pretty much led since we began this final. The next two shots will decide gold and silver unless we go to a shoot-off. Here is shot 23.
For the next competition shot, load. Start. Stop.
Well, showing real intent there. What a shot from Isabel Stark. Just slightly off the perfect score. 10.8 from the competition leader. Superb at this stage of the final. 233.4 is the score. The difference is 3.9. Anything can happen in shooting. Let's see what happens on shot 24.
For the next competition shot, load. Start. Stop. Unload. Results are final.
The gold medalist who has led all the way. What a display, what a commanding performance. The gold medalist, Isabel Stark. And what a fight in second position, taking the silver medal, Ella Fletcher. And the bronze medalist, Olivia Hill. If you would like to take photos of the medalists, feel free to do so now. You can either come through to the front circle there with your camera or your phone, or if you prefer, you can just take pictures. Entirely up to you. But if you would like to come forward, feel free to take pictures.